Hello and welcome to another edition of Happenings.
Really is all about and bringing the community to the school.
In the schools, developing relationships with students, with parents. No, we just taped a show on that.
Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Happenings in the Dearborn Public Schools. I'm David Mustonen, Director of Communications for the Dearborn Public Schools. You know, have you ever been to like a big carnival or fair and come in first prize and come in first place and you win that big prize and it's usually a blue ribbon, right? Well, today we are going to talk with some people who are involved with winning a blue ribbon for our school district, actually for their school. But it really took a lot more than just like eating a pie real quick without your hands. So, Dr. Maleyko, Glenn, welcome.
Yes, thank you.
How are you?
Doing very well. Yes,
Good.
This is a very exciting
Have you ever won a
episode.
blue ribbon, like at a contest, like eating a pie or anything like that? Or,
No, actually, I can't say. I've got a pie in my face before.
Have you
Does that qualify? I don't know. And guess what? It was my daughter who did it.
Really?
During
Really?
the Duval ice cream social when I was principal at Duval.
Great.
So,
Great. Okay.
It was a memory. Does that qualify?
Fun.
Or
That's
no?
sure. Well,
All
that's
right.
close enough.
Okay.
That's close enough. But today we are here to talk about Becker Elementary.
Becker, yes. So we're very proud. We have Rima, Hassan, and Patty Makssoud, teacher and principal from Becker. And this is, it's quite an honor, and we're honored to have you on the show today. First ever Blue Ribbon School in Dearborn Schools history. It's a national award that's given out to only 13 in Michigan, and it's a limited amount nationwide. And so it's the first time since the inception of the award in the 80s that actually Dearborn Schools has been honored. So quite an honor. You know, the Becker staff,
Very
community. Rima, can you explain, what does it feel to be a Blue Ribbon status awardee, your school community, and how did it happen?
Well, it is truly an honor. And what does it feel like? I mean, we're on a TV show. I mean, come on.
That's right.
Well,
And I'm
yeah,
not
there you
fancy.
go.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're
Yeah, I like
celebrities.
it.
Here, Blue Ribbon School,
See?
it's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
No, honestly, but when you come into Becker, you feel it from the staff, from the parents, from the students. And being a blue ribbon now, just having that status kind of verifies all the great work that they've been doing for so long. And that is something that resonates throughout our classrooms. And so we're really proud. And the process, it came out of nowhere. I remember last year, January, we got the nomination. And you get a lot of things in the email and you're like, oh, is this legit? And then you had to look it up kind of thing. And then it was legit. So there was an application process. And through that application process, there was like a revision type of thing that they had. So January, we were nominated. In March, I believe there was a revision, something in April again. So we went back and forth a few times, and they told us they'll tell us in September that if we got awarded. So then they start sending you all these types of notifications about, if, Washington and this and that. You're like, okay, we'll see. Everybody gets the National Blue Ribbon Award. So I remember there was a date for it. We were supposed to watch a YouTube video from Betsy DeVos. And I'm watching it. I'm the only one in the building watching it because, I'll let people know if we get it. But you really don't think you're going to get it. So I'm watching. I kind of scroll through, and then it says Becker Elementary, Iris Becker Elementary. And it has a picture and our summary and everything. I'm like, okay, maybe this is our nomination. So you want to verify. And then at that point, I realized
It was real.
It was real.
Yeah.
My first reaction was to go, oh my God, I got to tell somebody. So I run over to the PA, and I think Patty remembers this. And I was so excited. We won. I don't even know what I said. We won the blue ribbon. Oh my God. And I'm screaming. And then I start screaming through the hallways. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I go through classroom
You guys
to
have a lot of fun
classroom.
at Becker.
Yeah. And they're like, we won. And the kids were like, we won. But they didn't know really what we won. So I don't know
Yeah,
if you
it's
remember
like,
that.
we hear her screaming and like, we won. Like, what did we win? And again, it took a while to sink in. We're
Yeah.
a blue ribbon school. and and then she's like, we're all quiet, trying to, absorb and process all this, and and then she's running down the hallway. We won, yay, and I'm like, what did we win?
Well, and I remember that enthusiasm too, and so you're kind of articulating how you felt. Because you called me on my cell phone on that. I think it was a Thursday, I believe. Because then it was Friday where we came over, and that enthusiasm didn't stop into Friday. No. You brought the truck out, and everybody was having a lot of fun and dancing over there. And the same enthusiasm, the teachers, the students, and we actually, I would say, I did try, like in the football sections, I did help a little bit.
You did.
But you already had your enthusiastic, system going out there. But it was really a positive. And David, you remember that day?
It was a lot of fun going on.
We were looking at you way up in the.
Yeah, well, we had to get a nice big group picture.
Would you have your safety belt on?
Yeah, of course,
Okay.
of course. So.
All right.
But it's a national award, and it comes from the U.S. Department of Education. And it's not like, as Dr. Maleyko was saying, it's not like they just hand these out.
No.
It's a pretty rigorous process of test data, and more than just that actually puts you into that category, right?
Right. Well, we were nominated based off of, the exemplary scores that our students are able to, provide the state with, the MSTOP. And that, with all of the challenges that our community faces, with all of, from our demographic data, they look at all these things and they saw that our kids were able to outperform most schools. And that's something to, that's an example to live by. And that's why we were nominated and we won. So yeah, it's not easy to get selected.
What did they say, like 90%?
We were at 95 socially
95%
economically disadvantaged. Wow. And yeah,
and it shows that,
we've
a
worked
team
hard.
comes together.
Exactly.
The parents, the community, the staff,
exactly.
the students. And so what, I know you presented before the board and we had a celebration back in November. Or no, November. It was November.
It was right after.
But what are a few of the things that, and both of you feel free to, to chime in here, a few things that you did, your school community did to really make it work?
Oh.
Would you like to go for it?
Sure. I got the spotlight.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you weren't shy when we went to Washington at all.
You see where I got it from? I mean, I continued dancing even when we got there.
Stage,
it's like the excitement. Thank you for.
You're probably inspired.
No, really, our school is it's really a community that works together. And we focus on teaching the whole child. It's not just about scores and data. It's really about communication, about our relationship with each child. Yeah, you walk in and you see all the beautiful stuff on the walls, but this is not what it is really about only. So, and it's about our relationship with the parents, because the parents are their child's first teacher. We come second. So we want to make sure that we keep that door open. We want to make sure we're approachable. And we want the kids to feel safe, because unfortunately for some kids, the classroom is the only safe haven they know. So our classroom encourages the share of ideas, expressing thoughts, being able to feel comfortable. And we want them to they are an integral part of the classroom, and this is how we raise, and we hope to raise successful generation. It's also about planning, making sure we individualize our instruction. We don't have one size fits all.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I wanted to add something too. I had the honor and the pleasure to spend 2 days with both of you in Washington. So it was, that was just as much as an honor as going to Washington. So I really had a nice time with both of you. But what was it like, that experience that we had in Washington, and how did it, to go up on stage? And I know we met with some of the senators and representatives.
Yes.
Either of you, feel free. And I know one of you walks a lot faster than the other.
Okay. Is that Patty? Is that Patty?
It was hard when you got to walk in Washington and someone's slower. I was like, I'm in the middle.
I'm like,
But we got a selfie every stop,
I'm
right?
assorted.
Yeah, I know. That was challenging, trying to figure out how to pace ourselves, but I have that challenge all the time.
Okay.
I think one of the highlights was getting to meet with Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, and thank you again for organizing a meeting with our, public, I don't know what to call them, servants?
Yeah, elected officials.
Elected
yeah.
officials
Yeah.
in office. We met with her. That was, it was really a down-to-earth experience where she showed us how much she cares about Dearborn Public Schools, the city of Dearborn. It was really nice to get to know someone at that level with, that type of predominant profession that they have, as well as meeting with Senator Peters and Senator Stabenow. That was just an experience that, honestly, I think that had we gone on our own, we wouldn't have done that. But, you providing that with us with that opportunity to advocate for our students, to talk about all the great things that we're doing in Dearborn Public Schools. I think that was a great opportunity for us to highlight the great stuff. And I think, that was really powerful.
Well, good. Thank you, and I appreciate your advocacy, because that's what part of it is. And we've been on this show. We've talked. We have our advisory council, but we have a network in the state legislature. But the federal also is important. And we talk about government shutdown and funding cuts and things. So I thank you for being an advocate, and I know that you did have a lot to advocate. It was very strategic, so very good, very well done. And I think too that we also enjoyed a little VIP tour of the Capitol building, which was nice. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
The staff secretary.
Yeah.
The House Gallery and the Capitol Hill, and that's why my feet were killing me. I couldn't.
Sure. Well, we had a rigorous agenda though. We were over there for 2 days, one night.
On the go.
We flew in. We had something every hour that we had to go to. We really had no time.
No,
we were
we
going around the city, so
and we
it
were
was
envied by others
Yeah.
who happened to be visiting the House Gallery, and then
They're like,
we
how'd you get this
How did
hookup?"
you get this guide? With Miss Miller, and like, how did you get this guide? Why is she telling you about what's going on? We're like, well, we're the Blue Ribbon. We have a special superintendent that helped to put this together. I'm like,
We had a lot of photos, and really, they allow 3 to go. We wish we could have brought the entire
Everybody,
community.
yes.
We wish we could have brought students, but it's just not part of the format that they allow. But really, again, it was the team.
Yeah.
The Board of Education being a part of it,
Exactly.
the entire school community.
Of course.
And
And
that's
we
why
represented that
Yes.
when we got that
Exactly.
award, honestly.
Yeah. And that's why we did try to get a lot of photos to really promote Dearborn Schools, and then to bring it back and then say, look, everyone, it's a little bit of a sharing in that positive
course. It was
experience.
exciting.
And, it was very well. So congratulations to both of you. Great team, and it was honestly an honor and a pleasure working with you. We'll continue to, I know, with Becker, continuing the great work and working in your feeder model within the Fordson feeder track, and helping other schools in the
Of
district
course,
as
we
well.
would love for every school in Dearborn to be a national Blue Ribbon,
part
and
of this
that's
community.
exactly, that's our hope.
Great.
And this is just to add that, yes, like you mentioned, this is about every staff, every teacher, even the PTA, the parents.
PTA,
It's just
absolutely.
the whole community together that helped us to get where we are. So
It's not one person.
No, it's
It's a
not.
collective effort, and that's
past
something
and
that's
present,
really,
so this is
Yeah,
really
it's really
great,
important.
and we thank everyone.
Well, it's those partnerships. We just did a whole show that we talked about partnerships for the drug programs that we
Yes.
do here in the district. But even at that, at all levels, it's the partnerships between the parents and the community that help make the schools successful at every level.
Exactly.
But it really, there's some special people who work right in the schools, the principals, the teachers, the paraprofessionals,
Right.
the custodial staff and food
Yes.
service staff
Exactly,
and front
everyone.
staff who work in the office. Those are the people that are on the ground level. They're the ones that are dealing every day with the parents, with the students. We've got some pretty special people in our district who do that, and we appreciate that very much.
And Becker received the award, but it's really a representation of all the positive things that are going on all over the district as we work as a team and we share in that knowledge. So,
Yeah.
again, we hope that we could get every school, but again, they
Right.
only give out 13 in the state, so it's not like
That was
it
very
comes
long.
along.
That's right.
But we'll continue.
342 in
Yeah.
national.
So,
Yeah.
That's right.
How many districts are there nationwide?
Yeah,
lot.
thousands
Thousands.
of schools
So-
nationwide, and you're one of only a couple hundred who get
Right,
the award. So
right.
that's pretty special.
And I think you can see why. You can feel the passion that they bring
Absolutely.
here, right?
Absolutely.
They fit in well on our show.
They really
I
do.
think we've got to have a second,
We might have to have you
other
back.
topics. Or maybe the two of you could maybe sit over here and we'll
There
take
you
a
go.
break.
Yeah.
May I
We'll
have
run
this
some-
dance?
When we go on vacation, they can fill in for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, when is
So,
our
I
next
like
vacation?
Hey, I was just talking about my New Year's resolution, no snow days.
No
so.
snow. That's right.
Hi. The weather is not listening.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for joining
Thank
us.
you for
We
having
appreciate
us.
it very
We
much.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
We
Great
appreciate
job.
it. Thank you.
Glenn, thank you. Another great show.
Yeah, great show.
All right.
And
Keep them moving right
yeah,
along,
keep
right?
moving. You didn't ask me about hockey yet.
How's Glenn? How do you think the Red Wings are doing? Going to do this year?
See, you had to bring that up, didn't you? I was actually at a couple of games that didn't turn out so well.
Well,
but
we'll see.
We're still. I'm a diehard fan, and so is my family. So we'll keep monitoring and hope that they can make some improvement.
That's right. Well, that's the whole point of being a fan. You got to
Yeah.
take the good with the bad,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
and that makes the good even that much sweeter.
Yeah,
That's right?
definitely. Yes.
Well, nothing but good here on the Happening Show going on, that's for sure. And there is plenty happening around our district. You know, 2,700 employees, almost 20,000 students in our district. It's in 30 some odd schools. It's always a lot going on. And you can tune in and find out about all those things going on right here, all the things that are happening right here in the Dearborn Public Schools.